Hello and welcome to Heartless Gaming. Today we are in Life is Feudal, and I'm going to show you how to keep your valuables from being snatched by those pesky raiders. Now this can actually be done for a judgment hour, or just when you first start on a server if you have any valuables you don't want people getting a hold of. What I actually recommend in these cases is to bury a container full of your items. I prefer a cart. The reason why I say a trade cart is good is because you can actually put piles of materials inside of it, like iron, gold, silver, copper. You know, these things that sometimes can be a little harder to come by in the good qualities. So the first thing you do after you find your container you can use, so I guess I should expand on that, saying the container could be pretty much anything except for the tall ones like a wardrobe. You can even put some objects in it that can be moved, such as looms, spinning wheels, a plow. Not that you would really need to do that in most cases, but if you do, you can use this. Alright, starting off, you're going to want to start digging a trench. Let's see, you're going to choose an artisan, lower ground. Now, I'm going to bring up my grid to show you the ground level around it. And what we have here, around the block we're working on, or the tile we're working on, we want to find the lowest number, which is going to be 6.60001, of course. You're going to want to dig this tile in front of you 1.1 levels lower. So we're going to be aiming for 5.5 on this tile. Once that's done, you're going to turn to the tile next to it in either direction, doesn't really matter, and you're going to choose flatten ground. What that's going to do is it's going to bring that second tile adjacent to it down to the same level as the one you're standing on, and then you're going to flatten the one you're standing on. This might sound like a lot. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me dig it all up, because I've actually got one dug up for us already. In the end, this is what you want to see: a 1x2 area 1.1 tiles deeper than all the blocks around it, which is what we have here, 5.5, 6.6. Now, I'll warn you, it might be difficult to get out of a trench like this. So you might have something nearby that you can use to stand on, like a bark box you can put down inside there, or a horse that you can reach from inside. But once you've gotten this dug out, you'll take your trade item, or the container you wish to use. Alright. Now you just drop the object within the trench. You want to make sure it's not glowing red. If it glows red, that means you have to adjust the height or the X or Y axis. Let's go in place. So now we actually have, inside our hole, our trade cart. All we have to do now is actually cover it up. So let's grab a little bit of dirt here. Grab a couple pieces. Alright. Now, again, you'll come to Artisan, and you're going to raise the ground level. And you want to do this until you get to at least 6.6 or 6.7, like the tiles around it. That should be enough. If nothing else, watch the top of the container you're trying to bury. As long as it's covered over, you're good. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to when I filled in this trench, and we'll pick up from there. Alright, I'll talk to you guys then. Alright, let's get this going a little bit more. Almost. Let's see. Do one more over here. Okay, get a little bit more dirt. There we go. And so now it is completely covered over. You can't see any bit of the container, but it is completely buried. Now it'll stay there pretty much forever. The only time it'll be found is if someone wanders by. Now, there is a very obvious flaw to this, so you have to be careful. You'll notice that the fresh dirt is very noticeable compared to the textures around it. Now, this doesn't just apply when it comes to snow. Even during the other seasons, the grass will be very noticeable compared to the fresh dirt. So if someone knows what they're looking for, if they're looking for a buried treasure, I guess you could say, they'll look for these types of holes, these just random placements of dirt, and they might find what you're buried. So there's things you can do to maybe hide it better. One, you might dig up this entire area, or you might bury this in a place that already has a lot of fresh dirt, like say an area you've been terraforming. Another option might be to cover it over with a structure or pavement. Like say you dig up a portion of a road, bury it underneath, and then put the road back over it. These are just a couple of ideas, but don't forget where it's at. Look for landmarks. Like say we have a tree here, or you line it up perfectly with some other container or object, so that you know exactly where it is. You can even count steps. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, dig. Or heck, you can go for an old-fashioned treasure map, put a little X somewhere. And then when it comes time, the raid's over, or you signed on, you just come over here and lower ground. It's a lot easier to take it out than it is to put back in. See? We got a little bit shown already. And all you need is a little bit of it, because you can pull it directly out of the dirt completely, just like that. And there you go. That is how you bury a treasure. And again, unless someone knows what they're looking for or where to look, they will not find it. Alright. Thank you for tuning in to Hearthis Gaming. If you guys like this how-to, please leave a like, subscribe, even a comment. If you have some other things that you'd like how-tos on, reach out to me and I'll be happy to work on them. That's where most of these how-tos have come from, is from people like you asking for them. Alright, well, you guys have fun, and I'll see you next time.